between Manifest and EL, who is the better rapper? Who the rappers who? This is an ongoing debate on Twitter, and it stemmed from two major things. One has to do with Papi Kojo going on a podcast to make a revelation or remarks about who the better rapper is between the two. And then two, both rappers, Manifest and EL, made certain tweets or made tweets. The tweet breeds violence. More fire. So I'll talk about the tweet. I'll do a critical analysis about, the situation, and then I'll do a comparative analysis between these two artists. Anyways, welcome to the hardest takes. My name is Deep Man in your mirror. Just in case you don't know, I'm here to touch your soul.
It's the handsome baby. Listen.
Papi Kojo was on a podcast. I don't know if the name is Akucho. Forgive me if I mention the name wrong. And during that conversation, they normally talk about rap. They do rap breakdowns and all that. So during the conversation, the debate between Manifest, who is the better rapper between Manifest and EL came up. And then Papi Kojo said that it not be obvious who the better rapper is. His remarks were in favor of EL. And then he said that few rappers have that cadence, that's when you do that same cadence throughout. So he rapped Obumo, but then show Obumo na dagabo abitubo like but I do all that. So they get it do all that. Yeah, so his conclusion was that EL is a better rapper than Manifest. So his summation was predicated on this particular same cadence throughout, maintain that particular same cadence or flow throughout. And yeah, so for me, I know I don't believe that particular thing is an esoteric skill. A lot of rappers can do that. It's just that rappers sometimes or many a times want to have that diversity in their cadence on the beat. So I don't think it's only a few rappers who can do that. It's not an esoteric skill. So for instance, that particular style he was talking about or he was referring to, if you listen to Lil Wayne and Joe Santana, Bloody Mary. So suicide is a suicide. The root my mind, the ooze and I more important than school supplies, the rules and I, the like a police drive, the supervisor, Nas featuring Lil Wayne, I can't. So Lil Wayne's flow, I can't, stepping on pythons, living like Kyans, feeling like Zions. Like another instance has to do with when Joey B jammed on, or he was on the Hennessy Cypher last year. Who the knock my door with me? Trash lyrics, back in it, the assassin it, in the double like the date, the brat in it, that particular style. So a lot of rappers can do that. So like I said, it's not an esoteric skill. A lot of rappers can do that. It's just that they decide to have that diversity in their flow. So it's not an esoteric skill. Now, Papi Kojo already awala. Awala, no. If that's your summation, or the metric that you are using to judge between who the better rapper is, that's not a good metric. Manifest can even do that. A lot of rappers can do that. So I'm sure Manifest was just on Twitter and then he saw that particular video and was like, let me cause violence today. He picked his phone up and tweeted, smoking on your top 5. So your top 5 or you smoke on them. Hoo ha ha. Hoo ha ha. He's smoking on your top 5. So if you have your top 5, yeah, it is smoke on them. It is smoke on top 5. Yeah. So this reminds me of his rap at Tim Westwood. Our Father who art in heaven. Does that mean you paint pictures? And then throughout somewhere along the line, he said he's lonely at the top. I'm like, okay. So this particular line can be related to, the smoking on the top 5 because Charlie is lonely at the top. He pay they see people, they watch people like this, where they smoke, they hoo ha ha on you. Yeah, so that's smoking on the top 5 is originally not his line. Manifest has a way of trying to throw shades. Manifest doesn't just tweet. His tweets are predicated on certain things. So he doesn't just tweet. It's a major reason people are relating this particular tweet to, the situation of Papi Kojo. And that line is not originally his. It's this guy's line. Kenny Clement's line on Family Ties. He also had a tweet and was like, let me cause violence today. And he typed, smoking is bad for your health. Violence, Charlie. Smoking is bad for your health. Eish. Hmm. So yeah, that is it. So those are the tweets that from these greats that have caused that ongoing debate on Twitter. So now let me do a comparison, not even comparison. Now, these two artists have songs together. The first one has to do with Fear Nobody, which was on Something Else album by EL in 2012. And that particular album, the Azonto songs were more popular than the hip hop songs. I mean, back in the day, Challenge hip hop no be that was not what we see at that time, you know. Then that time the Ghanaians when a mindset be some way, you know. So even now where the hip hop has been accepted, but back in the day it was very difficult to penetrate or break through with hip hop songs. So the Azonto songs were more popular, like the Bodencho Boom on that your boy I've been through ball or one Ghana for your pocket. What did they do for the but those particular songs. And then the next song has to do with Hallelujah. That's another EO song featuring Manifest in 2013. So we be singing Hallelujah, and the money go the flow, yeah. And then three, they have another song together, but that particular song, that's The Chosen. It featured, it was EL, Manifest, Sarkodie, and D Black, also in 2013. So they have songs together. So I mean, you can listen to those songs and then make your, I mean, judgments based on those three songs at a time, but not caring to do at that time. Yeah. Now, so let me do a comparative analysis between these particular two artists. And I mean, when it comes to different types of beats, even EL has jammed on so different types of beats. I mean, from the Asoko beats to mid-tempo beats, or Azonto beats to mid-tempo beats, and different types of even Azonto beats, and then different types of hip-hop beats, slow, mid-tempo. So EL has that diversity when it comes to beats. But for Manifest, he focuses more on the hip hop beats, or maybe not necessarily also hip hop beats, but it has maybe kind of a slow beat that you know has that African percussions or African instruments in there. That has been his identity since from Safa to 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 his this particular album. What's the name? Nowhere Cool album. You know, it's that his identity. But hardly does it jump on Azonto beats. And it could be two things. One, either he wants to maintain that particular style, he doesn't want to jump on Azonto beats and then maintain that particular hip hop style with that African percussions and all that. Or two, he is not comfortable with such beats, and you it becomes very difficult to conclude whether he can jump on those particular beats or not because he hardly jumps on them. He hasn't said that he can't jump on them, but it could be these two reasons. And I remember his beat with Sarkodie. Sarkodie said that he featured him twice and he claimed that he was not in his zone. Was it that those beats were Azonto beats? So yeah, those beats were those beats Azonto beats. Sarkodie, not beats me Azonto beats, Anna. Okay, anyway. And then when it comes to um lyrics, yeah. Okay, let me even talk about cadence. I mean, I've seen EL do different types of cadence on different types of beats. Manifest hardly does different types of cadence. So for cadence, I'll give it to EL. And then when it comes to lyrics, no, Manifest is more of a poet. He introduces poetry into his rap. So sometimes some of the words or the lyrics are layered. You take time to decipher them. If you rap and it has that particular poetic element, I like you because it's a very difficult thing to do being poetic on a song. So yeah, when it comes to lyrics, and Manifest has that kind of more wordplay. He does more wordplay. He has that particular puns in there. Sometimes his references actually be crazy. Before you could decipher the thing, then your brain's all burst. But here it's kind of straightforward. Here hardly does a lot of punchlines or had that particular wordplay. Back in the day, I used to draw wrong conclusions. I mean, when it comes to who the better rapper is, I just listen to them like, oh, this particular is the better rapper. Now, but when I became a data analyst, I became more conscious of conscious about drawing conclusions. And particularly when it comes to you choosing someone who is the better artist or the best artist or the best rapper, it has so many elements that one needs to consider before drawing such a conclusion because the conclusions may be wrong if you don't do a proper analysis. So you need to do a proper analysis and then draw your own conclusions. We need to have metrics or indicators that will show. I mean, so when you have that particular metrics, then we can just be there and then objectively we can just say who the better. I mean, after everything, we can just do our analysis and then draw conclusions. See, okay, this person is the best rapper. This particular person is the better rapper than this particular person. That one will be objective analysis. I mean, objective conclusion. But we all have a subjective conclusion that we draw. So for those ones, I mean, I want to believe that people's choice stem from the artists or the songs they grew up on. So, for instance, people who are, I mean, the OGs, people who used to listen to the Pacs, the Biggies, the Snoop Dogg, the KRS ones. If you talk about um, wordplay, punchlines, they are not used to those things. So, into catch on say Cassidy is a better rapper than Biggie. Then go feel slap you with because of the kind of song that they grew up on, the rap that they grew up on. For instance, if I ask you to list your top five might be different from another person or the next person's top five, and that's subjective judgment, and it's because of the kind of thing that you are looking on a particular song. I listened to the summation by Portfolio when he had a discussion with what's this guy's name? Code Mickey, and he made a similar assertion. Yeah, so for me, I side with that particular assertion. You don't just draw a conclusion. Objectively, there has to be a metric, there has to be indicators to use, but we can have our own subjective based on what we believe in or what we listen to. And I remember this Charlemagne the God, right? Yeah, I remember he made an assertion that objectively you can't, when you're talking about top five rappers, there is no way you can ignore Lil Wayne. But subjectively, Lil Wayne is not in his personal top five. So that is it. So that's the difference. Yeah. So I mean, it wouldn't be bad if these two rappers have that lyrical spark for us to enjoy. It would be nice, because Manifest did that with Sarkodie in 2016. 10 years later, doing that with Eon no go be bad. Yeah, lyrical sparring. It's not. I mean, they should just show their lyrical dexterity. Just do it for the culture. Make we enjoy. No beef, no personal attacks. I mean, just lyrical sparring. It would be nice. My name is Diman in Yamura. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. I am Aldi.